never fails. I don't never do the right thing first. Whatever I think to do, I should just do the opposite, because that's usually gonna be what it is. I never do the right thing first. I mean, she just said 2 rights, so I took a right when I turned beside the building, took a right there. She didn't say the second right, so yeah. What is up, everybody? How y'all are? Two Will back with another video. How I are, you ask? I are doing good. A little cold, trying to stay warm. Hope that's my empty. Either one of them two. First time here. I'm at the Lowe's in Greensboro, North Carolina. Following direction that the lady told me. She told me like 1,000 things, it seems like. Seemed a little confusing, but when I looked on the overhead map, I pulled up the Google Earth view on my phone to kind of get an understanding of what she told me, and it's pretty simple. So I go all the way down to the building. She said you'll take a right and a right and a right. Okay, well, I take one right here, but then looking on the map, I go down here and there's actually a lot in the back of the building. I mean, it really all leads to the same place. This road just goes to one spot, but I guess she was telling me to my actual drop location, which is F141. So she told me I'll go all the way to the end of the building. She said you'll make, what was that? Oh, that must be them units making noises. Oh, there's a big pull behind generator back there. I heard something making some kind of noise. I didn't know what was going on. Anyway, sorry about that. Ball, somebody threw the ball. My attention goes everywhere else, huh? But no, anyway, she said you'll take 2 rights, so I'm assuming that back there was my first right. I don't think she meant my second right, which would be over there. I'm pretty sure that it'll be right here. There's F004. She said directly in front of me will be the door that I go into and give my paperwork. So I would assume, no, there's no way. 141 will have to be on the other side. I was gonna say I would assume that it would be on this side, being that she told me that the door would be directly in front of me. She said it's the only walk-through door back here. She also said it was a gray door. There's, oh, okay, right there. I was about to say, I see red doors, 2 red doors. Those are walk-through doors. But she did say gray door, so I'll go through the gray door. Yep, 141 is definitely on the other side, so I'll go around. Never fails. I don't ever do the right thing first. Whatever I think to do, I should just do the opposite, because that's usually gonna be what it is. I never do the right thing first. I mean, she just said 2 rights, so I took a right when I turned beside the building, took a right there. She didn't say the second right, so yeah. 123 is gonna be on that side. I'm gonna have to flip around because I am not doing a blind side. And it's gonna be right here next to him. Yep, 141 right there. I don't have enough room to spin around because he was right there, so I couldn't get as close to these trailers as I needed to be to spin around. So let's see, I'll just spin around from this side. I don't know if that's enough room for me to spin around right there. Let's see. No, it's not gonna be enough room for me to spin around. Crap. Let's see if I can do it right here. Come on, yard dog. Oh man, now he's gonna mess me up. See if I'm able to get back far enough to swing the nose of my trailer around. I mean the nose of my truck, not my trailer. No, I'm not gonna be able to. Thought I'd be able to get back far enough to turn. I'm just gonna have to pull up here, back in, and swing around. Man, this just isn't working for me today. It's not working for me today at all. Goodness. Turned on the wrong turn, truck in my way. Won't allow me. Well, I don't think I'd have been able to spin around anyway, because I couldn't do it on this end, so I darn sure couldn't do it on the other end. Oh well. I'll know now for the next time. Kind of know how the numbers go anyway, so. Muster point 2 is what the sign says right there. It's the muster point, y'all. Alright, good, he's out the way, so should be able to back in with no problem. Where was that? Right here, 141, right? We're not 141, yep. 141. Clean my mirrors, that rain messed them up. Had real bad rain the past couple of days. We had some rain before it, and I washed the mirrors off and cleaned my windshield really good. It rained again, dirtied them up again. All that road grime comes up, sticks to the mirrors, especially when the sun hits it like that. Can't see a thing. Just close your eyes and back till you hear something crunch. No, I'm just kidding. Do not do that. I don't do that. Don't do it. Just kidding. I can actually see in this mirror. I don't know how well the camera's picking it up or not picking it up, but I can see in that mirror. Slide the tandems. Slide the tandems, landing gear should end up on the concrete pad then. Back up till you hear something crunch. What in the world are you thinking? Don't do that. Millis, I'm just kidding. I do not do that. Come on. There we go. All right, and we are on the cement. So I'm gonna get out and lock the tandems back, unhook the trailer. I'm gonna go around and go in the door, give them my paperwork, and go grab me empty. I'll catch y'all when I grab me empty. All right, got that done. So I was looking, and those red doors, there's like 5 excuse me, 5 of them down the whole building. But like I said earlier, she did say gray door, so it's obvious that's the only gray door, so that's very obvious. But the red doors don't have a handle on them, a knob or anything, so you can't walk in them. So when she said it's the only door you can walk in, I thought that she meant like a, you know, walk-through door, not one of these doors. So that's why I seen the red doors. Like, well, they're walk-through doors too, but you can't actually walk into them from the outside. But like I said, I'm smarter than your average guy. She said gray door. That's the only gray door, so I knew right then that was the door. Some people though, you go back there and they'll try every door. Even though she said gray, they'll go to the red door first. Seen it happen. Well, not exactly the door scenario, but people doing stuff that dumb. The world we live in today doesn't surprise me. Yeah, I come by earlier and that thing right there was, yeah, it's loud now. I didn't come by and heard that loud noise. I thought my truck was acting up. I didn't know what was going on. So I'll go down here. The only thing she told me is if I need an empty, man, these yard dogs are pretty cool here. The second ones don't wave at me. Most of them don't even look at you, or either they'll give you a mean mug when they go by. But anyways, back to the empty. She told me if I need an empty on my way out, they'll be on my right. Well, there's some trailers here on the right, but also up here there's another area to my right with some other trailers up there, so we'll see. We'll try this one first. We will see. It's probably those up there in that lot, but I don't know. Let's go see. Oh, whoever dropped this trailer didn't slide the tandems. Supposed to slide the tandems, Millis. Oh gosh, didn't open all the way. All right, we're empty. Got a couple of pieces of wood in there. Have to get up there and get out. Check the tires on this side real quick, make sure they're round. Yep, they're round. This kid, I'm gonna get backed up to it. Man, that thing's loud. Hope y'all can hear me. I'll get backed up to it and hooked up. Do my thorough pre-trip of it. Sure nothing's coming. Tug test is good. We are hooked. Man, that sun makes everything show up. Alright, anyways, I'm gonna finish getting hooked up to this thing, do my pre-trip, and I'm gonna hit ready for dispatch. Well, hit my empty call first and then hit ready for dispatch and see where they send me. Y'all stay tuned. Well, we got our load. They dispatched us to Columbia, South Carolina to the Shaw. I'll be picking up here and taking the load to Athens, Tennessee to the drop yard. I'll be dropping it there. I was in Greensboro, North Carolina, and they deadheaded me all the way to Columbia, South Carolina. It's a long way to deadhead, but you know, don't matter to me. It is what it is. I just do what I'm told. I mean, all pays the same for me anyway. But yeah, that was like 190 some odd miles. But it's a load. Like I said, it counts the same for me. So I get paid the same whether I'm loaded or empty. So I'm not complaining, just kind of curious why they sent me that far. They've sent me far out before, deadhead like that. It's not too often. I'm sure they got their reasons. Tomorrow being Friday, that's my home day, so dispatch is probably already got stuff planned. That was probably the only load that I could get to at the moment that would get me around in the, you know, general direction to be able to pick up and get home tomorrow. So like I said, I'm sure there's reasons, but we're here now fixing to pick up. Like I said, we'll be going through the mountains to Athens, Tennessee. I don't know, it's 50-50 here. Sometimes the loads are already loaded, sometimes you got to live load. So depending on what happens, if it's live load or already ready, will determine on if I make it there today or not. But we will see. Goodness, everybody turning? Looks like it. Alright, that worked out pretty good.
Arriving at the destination.
We're coming up here to the gates. I'm gonna put y'all down real quick. Alright, checked in with the guard, that is. Gotta go up here and spin around, and got to go in and see if my bills are in there. If they're not, then I got to get live loaded. I'm gonna spin around and back up right here beside the shawl trailer, because if I am preloaded, then they want us to drop our empties right there anyway. So I always park in the spot. That way, like I said, I'm already parked if they do have my load preloaded. And if not, I just drive off. Pull up a little bit more. I need to clean the mirrors. This one's all right because it ain't in the sun. This side's in the sun. I'll be stopping for fuel not far after I leave here, so I'll clean them off then. I know a lot of you probably saying a good driver will clean them off now. That is true, and I am a good driver. But I'm just gonna wash them when I get to my fuel solution. Tandem's already unlocked. All right, I'm gonna jump out and lock them back and run in and see what they tell me. Well, we made it up through the mountains into Athens. We're at the drop yard now, and I stopped over last night. Obviously, I didn't have quite enough time to make it here, but we're here now. Slept in a little bit this morning. It's 40 degrees here now, but when I woke up this morning it was 21 degrees. Woo! I said no sir. I laid back down and I slept in for about 2 hours. But got up here to the drop yard and there's no load here. Well, there was. I hit ready for dispatch and the dispatcher asked me if there was any loads in there, so I go in the building and look, and there is a load in there. So I give her the numbers on it, and come to find out it's already dispatched on a driver that was here overnight. Well, the driver, I don't know if you see him in the mirror there, but the driver behind me there, he was here when I got here, and I talked with him and he said that he was here last night and they got him dispatched on a load. So I told him, here, this is your load. And then he said, no, it's not mine. They had him dispatched on another load. So we was trying to figure out what in the world's going on. So I called dispatch and let them know that, you know, hey, this guy here says that he's on a different one, or a different load. Is this the guy that was here overnight? He's the only other one here. You know, is he the one that y'all are talking about is dispatched on this load you're trying to give me, or is it somebody else? Well, it's somebody else. My daggone trainer my old trainer that was here, that trained me when I come to Millis, he's up there at the store. Some of us usually, when we sleep overnight here for bobtail, we'll go back to the store right up the road a little bit and stay there, but that's where he's at, so that's why I didn't see no other truck out here overnight. Talked to him on the phone this morning. I told him better come get his load or I'm gonna steal it. I'm gonna take it. But he's supposed to be coming this way shortly to pick it up. He got in last night and the load wasn't here. They just dispatched him on it, so I was waiting on his paperwork. Kind of what I'm doing now. They finally got me worked out, and the load that they're giving, that they were originally giving this guy behind me here that was here overnight, they're giving me his load. They actually gave him an empty trailer and are sending him to Cartersville, and he's actually turning his truck in today. Today's his last day with the company. He told me he's from Jacksonville, so now he's got to try to find a way home from Cartersville to Jacksonville. But yeah, so instead of him sitting there waiting on the load, being there trying to get him home, they just swapped him over to an empty and gave me his load. So the yard guy that works all the trailers here, I just spoke to him. He just left. He said he'll be back in about 40 minutes with my load, so then I can get headed on the road. Unless something changes, dispatch has me scheduled to pick up in Fairburn at Purina for a load going to Pageland, so I'll take that through the house. But yeah, that's my story as of now, and just a waiting game. It's part of it. But yeah, it is what it is. But anyways, I think I'm gonna cut the video. It's probably been long enough. But as always, I appreciate each and every one of you for watching. All my subscribers, thank you. If you haven't subscribed already, of course, what you waiting on? Hit that subscribe button, come on. If you like my content, give it a thumbs up. But yeah, I appreciate you guys, and we'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.